alaikum and good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to the online teaching sessions. Today we are here to learn a new story from your English Bal Bharati textbook. Before starting with the story, I am going to tell you something about that story. We will make a scenario. Okay, so in this story, there are three brothers. They are very honest, kind, and hardworking, and they are fond of their mother because their mother was a widow. She worked hard to bring them up. Okay, so they don't have father, only they are the son of the mother. Single mother was there. So before starting with the story, I'm going to switch off the camera and pay attention on your. Now you can see on your screen that story or lesson number 10, 3 sacks of fries. Sacks means bag, we can say the bag. Okay, there are in this story the main thing is 3 sack of fries. What happens to them we will see in this story. So let me switch off the camera. 3 sack of rice. In this story you may have read many stories about 3 brothers. You may have read lot of stories about 3 brothers. Usually two of them the elder one are strong, clever but unkind. They laugh at the youngest one because he too simple and soft hearted. Maybe you have go through with lot of stories in that story, but this story is very different. Let's see what is there in this story. Our story also has 3 brothers. There are also 3 brothers who lived in a small town, but they were all 3 of them honest, kind and hardworking. They are honest, hardworking and kind. The elder one run a shop. The elder one, the bigger one, is having a shop. The middle one was a priest. Priest means a person who worked for the wellness of the society. Okay, one who is authorized to perform certain religious rites. So is a priest. Youngest one had just finished his education, and the youngest one is just finished his education. He had started taking up odd jobs to earn some money and to learn a trade. He was just started working to learn the trade. All 3 of them were fond of their mother. They are fond of their mother. Fond. What is the meaning of fond? Fond means liking someone. Okay, they are liking their mother a lot. She had worked hard to bring up the 3 of them after the sudden death of their father. Sudden death means a quick death. There was a quick death of their father. One day, their father friend visited to the mother. See, this is the mother, and he is the father's friend. Visited to, he said, "Sister, you know that I have a very prosperous business." Prosperous means financially successful. He is having a prosperous business. This is a hard word also. Write this word as a hard word. Okay. So he said to the mother that, "You know, I am having a very prosperous business, but now I am getting old and my only daughter is of marriageable age. I am looking for a son-in-law who would be a good husband to my daughter and who would also handle my business well. I like all your sons." So he said that, "I am having a marriageable daughter and I am looking for son-in-law, and I love 3 of your sons, but I don't know whom I should marry my daughter." So he said, if you permit, what he will do, if the mother will permit, What he will do? I will marry my daughter to one of them, but before that I have a plan. He decided to marry his daughter with one of her son, but before that he is having a plan. What was that plan? See, he discussed the plan with her and she agreed quite readily, and she was agreed with that plan, but we don't know what is that plan. Let's see what is that plan. The next day the friend went to each of the three brothers one by one. He gave them each a sack of rice and said, "My dear boy, I am going away for a few months for some necessary work. Please look after this sack of rice till I came back." What he said, that I am having some very important work, so for that I have to go somewhere. So I am having 3 sack of rice. So please, he given 1 sack of rice for one. Okay. The friend went away. Many months passed, but he did not return. It was nearly a year. He came back, and after 1 year he came back. He visited the eldest brother first. He went to the eldest brother first. The eldest brother welcomed him and gave him a small purse full of money. The eldest one given him the purse full of money. "Uncle, he had left a sack of rice with me. After a few months, I was worried that it may get spoiled." He was thinking, if the uncle will not come, the sack of rice will get spoiled. So what he has done, therefore, I sold the rice to my customers. Here's the money I got. Please accept it. So he said that I have sold your rice to my customers, and this is the money which is there in the purse. So take your money. Thank you, my boy. You are such an honest person. This is the eldest son. Yes. Now, what happens next? Let's see. Now, then the friend went to see the middle brother, who was a priest. Priest, you know. The priest greeted him with joy and affection. He said, "Uncle, remember you had left a sack of rice with me. An year ago, I had kept it for many months, but then I was worried that..." Why he was worried? "It may get spoiled. I distributed the rice among the poor people in your name. They all blessed you for satisfying their hunger. However, I did that without your permission, and I am willing to pay you back for the rice." He has not taken the permission from the uncle, and he has distributed that money to the needy people. So if he said, "If you will say, I will ready to give you the money in return of that rice." So what uncle said? "No, my boy, you acted wisely and kindly. The blessing that got from the poor people are enough for me. Please don't even think about the money anymore." He said that whatever you have done, that will come directly to me, so I don't need any money for that. You have acted very wisely and nicely, so I don't want anything in return. When the friend went to visit the youngest son, he too welcomed him with love and respect. But he said, then after, at last, he went to the youngest son. He welcomed him in affection and love. And what he said, let's see. He had a confession to make. He has also having a confession. Confession means when we are doing something without the permission of that person, so we confess that in front of them. So he is confessing. What he confessed: the sack of rice was lying with me for a long time, but then I had an idea. I often go to a neighboring farm to help with the work. I borrowed an unused plot of land from the farmer. He taken a farm. I exchanged a sack of rice for paddy and sowed the paddy in the plot. Fortunately, the crop grew well and yielded 25 sack of rice. From one sack of rice, he yielded 25 sacks of rice. I have kept back 5 of the sack and sold 20 of them. Here's the money. If you allow, I would like to keep a part of it as my share, considering the labor and money I spent to get it all done. A wide smile spread on the friend's face. He had found his future son-in-law. So the youngest one become son-in-law of the businessman. Why? Because he is a business minded person, and same minded person he need for his daughter. So he got his future son-in-law and he was very happy. What he want, that he got from that youngest boy of the mother. So this is the explanation of the story. In this story we will learn that we should use our mind, that if we will spend something, we will get something in return of that spending. So this is the moral of the story, that you have to learn how to use your ideas, your time very nicely, wisely, and in return of that you will get something very good in return. So this is the explanation of the story. The notes and the pictures I'm sharing with you, write it down in your notebook. Till then, bye bye, take care, and Allah Hafiz, my dear students.